What's up, everybody? Once again, my name is Matt, and welcome back to Let's Play The Legend of Zelda Spirit Tracks. In the last episode, we recovered the first rail map and restored some of the Spirit Tracks. But before we can go to the next temple, we need to talk to a Lokomo named Gage. But we don't know where he is just yet, so we're here in Whittleton, and the best way to get that info is by talking to the locals. So, what's going on with this guy? I sell the lumber that the villagers cut. You won't find better quality wood anywhere. Okay. Thanks, dude. That will be useful for a side quest later on, so keep that in mind. What about you? Welcome to Whittleton, the village we forest people call home. You're the one who fixed the rails for us, right? Wow, news travels fast. And let me tell you, we were in a real bind before you stepped in. Well, I guess you're welcome. Again, not that helpful though, so let's talk to this guy. I think he's the chief of this village. Howdy, I'm the chief of this here village. Alright, cool. Word is that you brought back part of the lost spirit tracks. We were in a real bind here, so we're much obliged to you, young fellow. So you want to go to the forest sanctuary, do you? Indeed I do. There's a path we locals usually take. Just go west of this village to find it. Gage, the forest guardian, lives in those parts. He'll be able to help you, no doubt about it. But listen, young fellow, it's called the Lost Woods for a good reason. One wrong step and boom, you go right back to the entrance. Talk to the locals here. They can tell you what you need to know. Alright, well, we've been doing that. However, there are two huts that we did not go inside yet, so might as well go inside those houses and hopefully get some good info. Do you know anything about the Lost Woods? Oh, so you're going into the Lost Woods. Well, here's a little advice. The forest will tell you which way to go. Just pay attention to the tree branches. Alright, well, that is certainly some very helpful information. But before we leave, let's go and check out this last house just to make sure there isn't anything else we need to know. You're going to the Lost Woods? Then here's a little advice for you. To avoid getting all turned around, listen to the trees, because they talk a lot. Just don't listen to that fourth tree. It has no sense of direction. Ah, well, I'm glad that I came here to talk to you then. So now we know to listen to all the trees except for the fourth one. Now that we have this knowledge, I think we're ready to go and take on the Lost Woods. So, what do you say, Zelda? Let's head to the Lost Woods, Link. Sure thing. Okay, let's go. And well, I finally get to say it. All aboard! Man, I've been waiting so long to actually do that. I'll try not to do that every single time we get on the train, but it's definitely gonna happen again, so just prepare yourself for that. Anyways, you guys might be able to tell, but I am trying to, like, speed things up as much as I possibly can, and speed this game along, because it does have kind of like a slower introduction, and I've been trying to go through it like as fast as I possibly can, while still showing off like the main important things that you'd like need to know in order to make progress, as if like you were playing this game through on your first try, because obviously I could have skipped that entire like village stop and just gone into the woods since I already know the secret of the Lost Woods, but I kind of wanted to show that off. Here's our first tree, so it is pointing to the left. Let's just make sure our switch box is pointing in the same direction, and we've already passed like the first section of the Lost Woods. Hooray for us! Also, I should mention that there is no gearbox on like the right side of the screen, so our train's like, you know, direction and speed all completely automated at this point. Like, we can't slow down or speed up or even, you know, stop if we wanted to. So until we get out of the Lost Woods, we're kinda stuck doing this. Looks like we're going to the left again here. Again, make sure you're also counting the trees, because that was our second one, and we need to go the opposite direction that the fourth tree is telling us. But I do like this version of the Lost Woods. Like, you're not walking through it like you normally would in some other Zelda games, and looks like we're going left again. Instead, we're riding through it and it's really, really creepy. Like, it doesn't have, like, the normal Lost Woods music. It's got, like, this really creepy atmosphere. Alright, so we're going to the right this time, because that was our 4th tree, and hopefully... Yeah, alright, there we go, perfect. So we successfully navigated through the Lost Woods, and now we've arrived at the Forest Sanctuary. I guess our next goal would be finding Gage and powering up our rail map. That way we can reach the Forest Temple. This area is kind of big though, so it might be kind of hard to find. We finally made it out of there. The forest was so creepy, I thought a ghost might pop out. Scary. Angine says that a Lokomo by the name of Gage lives here. Let's find him. That's the plan, Zelda. Like I said though, this area looks kind of big, but really, there's not a whole lot going on here, so it should be relatively easy to find where Gage is hiding out. First things first though, let's grab one of these bombs because I want to make a shortcut for ourselves, like if we come back here later on. So we'll just pop that over there, and we can't really use this shortcut right now, but it will be useful once we solve this next puzzle. So let's grab another one of these bombs, and we're going to check it by this switch. Then we're going to run back, grab the second bomb, and just run across, because once that first bomb explodes, it's going to activate this bridge, but it only stays open for a couple of seconds, so run across with this bomb and blow up these bricks. So now we can pretty much make use of the shortcut that we just made and walk directly through here without having to solve that puzzle ever again. But this rocket ship thing looks kind of weird. Let's investigate it, shall we? And eventually this thing should spit out a couple of colors. Yeah, there we go, blue and orange. Now that doesn't really make much sense, but those are notes that we can play on our spirit flute. So let's pull this out real quick and give it a shot, shall we? Right, playing the spirit flute is kind of weird since, like, I have to blow into the 3DS. So I'll probably, like, mute my audio when I'm doing that just so it's not loud. Yawn. That was a nice nap. That song just now, was that you who played it? Indeed it was. Then I'll give you this valuable piece of information. Listen well. That song you just played is called the Song of Awakening, not to be confused with the Sonata of Awakening. Guys like me are scattered all over the place. If you play us that song, we'll tell you valuable information. Oh, and you can also check out that song on the collection screen. That way you can practice it whenever you want. And that's it. See you. Alright, well, thanks a lot, man. And with that, we now have the Song of Awakening. We can play it to wake up anything that's asleep, so keep that in mind. Playing the flute is kind of weird. Like, I wish you didn't have to, like, blow into the microphone to play, because it sometimes works and sometimes doesn't work. Anyways, let's check this out. Connect the two stone statues that face each other. Alright, well, yeah, we didn't really have a good look at all these statues, so first, let's figure out which ones are actually facing each other, and then we'll go back to that map. So the easiest way to figure this out is by going to one of the statues, and then just, like, walking in a straight line, and it looks like these two are the ones that are facing each other. So, let's pull down our map real quick. We'll mark these on this map, just so we know, and now that we've done that, let's go back to the center map, and all we gotta do here is just, like, draw a line from one to the other, and ta-da! There we go, the puzzle is now solved, and we can go to this next area, and believe it or not, Gage is right through that door, so let's go meet him. I'm pretty excited, plus this area looks really cool, I gotta say. But let's talk to Gage. Are you Gage? Gage of the Lokomos? Why yes, I'm Gage. Oh, he seems quite a bit more informal than Angine, doesn't he? What was that now? If you have something to say, I'd like to hear it. Oh, I'm sorry, I meant no offense. Actually, Angine sent us to speak with you. Oh, yes, of course. You're the youngsters with that wonderful flute. And you're here to restore the spirit tracks to the Forest Temple, yes? I mean, yes. Yes, of course. We need to recharge the Tower of Spirits with the energy of the forest. Yes, that rail map of yours can't do it alone. You need more spirit tracks. Well, there is a way. Would you like to hear it? Of course, dude. To restore the tracks that disappeared, you need to know a special song. This Lokomo song is a duet that requires 2 sacred instruments. My cello and your spirit flute should do the trick. With both instruments playing the song, we can restore the rail map's energy. So, shall we try it? Yeah, let's go. Best of luck to you, Link. I should really be the one playing the spirit flute, but I can't do it in this state. I'm sure you'll do a wonderful job, though. Alright, well, let's have a jam session with my boy then. So, shall we try to play the song? Let's. Alright, let's practice a bit before we launch into the real thing. This song has 2 parts, each of which is played by a different instrument. For now, just follow my lead. I'm going to start by teaching you how to play the spirit flute. Slide the spirit flute so the note you want to play is in the middle of the screen. Then blow into the microphone to play the note. Good. Now I'll teach you your part for the song I'm about to play. Alright, this could get tricky. Imitate me as closely as you can. Pay attention to the timing. Just match the color of the musical notes to the color of the pipe you want to play. Alright, so they're on screen on the top. When you've had enough practice, tap the arrow to rest a bit. Alright, whatever, that's probably good enough. For the real performance, you'll play that part after I play my part. Got it. It goes me, you, in that order. And don't mess up the timing, you hear? So, are you ready for the real thing? Let's go, man, I got this. Don't let my part confuse you. Oh, I won't. Alright, so I'm gonna be quiet for, like, the rest of this while I play the song. Hey, there we go, we did it. Man, playing that gets a lot trickier, like, later on. Aw, that was beautiful. And we completed the duet with Gage the Lokomo of the Forest Realm. The Forest Realm map has started glowing. Yay! New tracks have appeared. Sweet! Now we can go to the temple. Wonderful, wonderful! The tracks of the Forest Temple have been restored. You're a natural at that, Link. And you sounded really good too. Now, let's head to the Forest Temple. Thank you so much, Gage. Good luck, but be careful. The Forest Temple can be very dangerous. Oh, don't worry, we'll be fine. But, yeah, the Spirit Flute's actually probably one of the hardest instruments to play correctly in, like, any Zelda game, because there's a lot of things that can mess you up, like the timing. I know that screws me up a lot later on, and also the microphone not working correctly. But let's get out of here, Zelda. Would you like to take the train out of here? Of course I would. The tracks of the Forest Temple have been restored. Let's go. See? You got the right idea. Yeah, so like, since we're not really going through the Lost Woods anymore, we can just like draw our course directly to the Forest Temple, and this time we'll have like full control of, you know, our speed and everything like that, so it's kind of nice. But back to what I was saying, yeah, the Spirit Flute gets really complicated, especially with like the more complex songs. So yeah, once we get later on in the game, you'll probably see me struggling to play it quite a bit. And actually, that could be a good comment question for this video, considering like I've completely forgotten to do those, you know, since Galaxy. But to those of you who have played this game, Did you guys, like, struggle with these spirit flute segments? Because I totally did, and, I'm actually kind of worried that, like, I might have that trouble again while playing this game, because, honestly, I really haven't played Spirit Tracks since, like, the first time that I beat it. Probably a couple, like, weeks or a month after it came out, so it's been a long time, since I've played this game, so it does feel kind of fresh, but at the same time, it's also very familiar to me. Anyways, one thing I want to point out is this bunny to my right. Can't really do anything with that right now, but just keep an eye out for them and know that they are there, because they do play an important role later on. Anyways, guys, guess what? We have arrived in the Forest Temple, like the first real temple of the game. And yeah, it's kind of weird. You sort of like just drive right into them with your train. But here we are. So this is the Forest Temple. Are you ready for what's to come, Link? Of course I am. Good, then let's go. Alright, so, like, each temple will have sort of like an introductory room, kind of like this one, which is nice, like, you can dock your train there or whatever. But we're not going to take on the temple right now. We're going to save that for the next episode. So if you guys enjoy this part of like rating, would be greatly appreciated. If you want to see more, consider subscribing. But once again, guys, my name is Matt. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.